Kevin Dougherty, thanks for joining us, Kevin. And let's start with, I assume, the best round of your life.
Yes, no, definitely. It was best round of my life by far. I believe 61 was kind of my best before that. And yeah, it was a cool little story. We were up in Sedona for Thanksgiving, and my grandfather's been a founding member of that club since it opened in '03. So
And you guys had a tradition to go up there every Thanksgiving and play this family round. Your dad was there, brother.
yeah, we have a place up there inside Seven Canyons.
Yeah.
So we spend maybe a month kind of periodically throughout the year up there, and we kind of always do Thanksgiving. So it was my dad, my brother, and then another buddy came up from Scottsdale, Josh Anderson. And yeah, I mean, we played the day before and had a good day, and next morning woke up and then that happened. So
You shot 30 on the front. Was there a moment that you were like, I mean, you play pro golf. I mean,
yeah,
at a few holes in whether you got it or you don't have it. Was there a shot on the front nine? You're like, man, I'm really striping it. Obviously, you're not thinking 56. But
yeah. No, I wasn't thinking 56, but I made an eagle on the par five on number 7 to go to 6 under, and then I made like a 8 or 9 footer for par on number 9, just to kind of shoot 6 under. I'm like, okay, this is nice,
Yeah.
and got up on 10, hit a driver, and had 120 yards and made birdie, and then made about a 12 to 14 footer on the next hole, and then birdie 12. So now I'm 9 under through 12, and I would say that's kind of where the first thought kind of crossed my mind.
Yeah.
And then I went, sorry. So I birdied those first 3 holes, the 9, 10, 11, 12 to go to 9 under. And then I hit the 2 iron from 270 on a par 5 to literally, I mean, this far to where I didn't have to mark it. I just went up and tapped it in. And so then I was 11 under. That's where I was like, okay, like we have a chance to.
Is anybody talking about, Kevin, in a tournament situation and you're approaching the magic number? No one really talks about it, but the card has X's, your dad and brother picked up. It was you guys are having fun. It's just a regular round, but I assume everybody's like, oh, he's playing well. And there has to be a point that they're like, oh shit, this is getting relatively serious.
I think that was kind of the turning point to where I was able to go crazy low. Is I was mindful of the opportunity that I had to go and shoot this crazy low score number. Yeah. And I didn't really shy away from it. I mean, because I could tell my brother and my dad, they go over to the cart and you kind of see him counting. And I'm like, let's just I'm going to put it out in the air. Hey, let's go and shoot as low as we can. And I wasn't going to try to distract myself from. Yeah. So I felt like I dealt with that pretty well. And then I made there's number, what would it be? 14's a 170 yard downhill par 3 or something like that. And hit a good shot and made a 15 footer. So now we're technically under the 60 number. We're at 12. Yeah. And just kind of kept going. And then sure enough, the next hole hit a wedge into a par 4 and I had 15 feet and made it. So now I'm 13 and the 16th hole is maybe one of their signature holes. It's this beautiful dogleg right with water up the right and a big 2-tiered green. And we played it the day before to a left pin and I hit mini and it flew over the green kind of into the back bunker. So I knew that I had to take it at the flag because mini, if I pull it at all, it goes into the national forest and it's a lost ball. So before I got up there, I'm like, hey, if we're going down swinging, we're going to let it rip. So I'm aiming right at it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it couldn't have come off any better. And it flew just over the front bunker. And I mean, it went to 12 feet and then rolled that in. And that's where I was like, okay, this is pretty wild. Now we're 15 under through 16 holes. And actually I missed the green on the next par 3. chipped it up to 7 or 8 feet and hit a pretty good putt, and it kind of went in the right side and almost did a complete 360, but went in, which was nice. And then I had probably 30 feet for 55 on 18 and lagged it up there to, I don't know, 2 feet. And we had like a little match going inside the game, and everyone kind of just picked up their mark, and I marked it and lined it up, and yeah, knocked it in.
Is there any nerves, Kevin? Like, I mean, you deal with nerves on like a level all the time in your career. I assume it's like maybe 59, there wouldn't have been a ton of nerves, but like this is obviously another level.
I think that it was getting so low that the nerves were actually maybe less. I think if I had to par the last hole to shoot 59, that golly, that might have been the a little more nerve-wracking, but I feel like I handled it pretty well and just kept playing as free as possible and just kind of let everything come together.
I mean, again, I was looking as you were talking, the back nine started 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. I mean, you had 1, 4. It was 26 on the back nine. It's insane. Yeah. What was the course record prior to this?
It was 61. And yeah, and we didn't even know it. And I'm pretty like nonchalant, and like I'm not driving up to the clubhouse, post, whatever. And my buddy Josh asked one of the outside service guys, like, "Hey, what's the course record?" And the guy's like, "Oh, like, probably just thought we were joking, like, whatever." And he's like, "Oh, 61." And Josh is like, "How about 56? Is that any good?" And the guy kind of laughed. He's like, "Oh yeah, that'd be awesome." And like, so they didn't really get it at first, and then Josh kind of like was like, "No, like, it actually happened." So, but yeah, it was.
Is the card there? Is the card going up somewhere?
It is. So I have the original card, and then I kind of had this like vision in my mind. Like, I kind of wanted like the calligraphy, almost like an art piece.
Yeah.
So we found someone to do like a very cool, I mean, it's probably maybe 2 feet wide, and I mean, very nice, has the logo, and it's all perfect. So it's going to go up in the gym at the house.
Yeah. Who kept the scorecard? Whose perfect handwriting is that?
That's me. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I keep the card every day here in Dallas, and
that thing is pristine.
I'm kind of a nerd. Like, I love good handwriting.
Yeah. I do love a good calligraphy. Handwritten scorecards, scoreboards with like pros that could do calligraphy. It's a lost art I miss very much.
I don't know if you've seen it, but Casey Jones from the PGA Tour, he handwrites every player and score for that TaylorMade Invitational at Pebble Beach.
Yeah.
I think there's 420 players, counting pros and amateurs. I mean, it's this massive conference room from wall to wall, and it's all handwritten. I couldn't imagine how many pens and stuff he goes through.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the best round of your life, Kevin. Like, do you take anything away from it? Like, that you're playing well? Like, how ridiculous? Do you laugh at it? Like, what's kind of your? I think a week out, whatever it is, Ben, is like, how do you think about the round outside of like it was insane? Do you take away anything from it?
I think so. I think you definitely try to take away as much as you can, and I've made a pretty big swing change this off season, and I've started to see some progress kind of under the gun on the golf course, which has been fun. So that was nice to see. I think some of the mental aspect you can definitely take away, and that's what I talked with one of my coaches about, was like not shying away from the chance of shooting a low number or vice versa. I mean, next year, if you're around the cut line, like not trying to shy away from it or play conservative just to sneak in, like realize that, hey, this is what we signed up for with professional golf. Like, accept whatever you can and try to go be as free as possible. So yeah, I definitely think there was some underlying lessons and messages throughout any round of golf.
What's the preparation? So transitioning to professional, like your career, like Q school's coming up, Kevin, what's the preparation like? How do you not put enough like too much pressure on yourself, but also make sure you're like in the best spot you can be going in?
Yeah, so I actually have no pressure on myself because I'm not going.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, I'm not going.
What?
Because I'm making this big swing change.
Oh, nice.
I wanted all the time in the world to be ready for January.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a pretty big decision to make.
What goes into that, Kevin? So let's. I mean,
Yeah, no, for sure.
like, is it the fact that like you want to build on it and you don't want to hurt any confidence or anything by doing that,
No,
or you just don't think you're ready and you want another season of like building on the progress you think you're making?
yeah, I would rather be ready to go in January, and especially with them taking away the ties,
Yeah.
I think is a little, I
Yeah.
don't know what the right word would be, but I mean, to play off for your tour card from 190 guys, I think is a little
Yes,
lax.
yeah.
And yeah, I just wanted to kind of have the time to focus on what I need to change
Yeah.
and not be so worried about, okay, I got to be in form in the middle of December.
Hmm.
I mean, we just finished the season, I feel like a month and a half ago,
Yeah.
and I took 3 weeks off, which was the longest I've ever taken off, and played 27 out of 40 calendar weeks. And I would rather go finish sixth at one of the Bahamas events than finish sixth at Q School. Because
Yeah.
so that was
Just kind of
kind of,
demoralizing if you do that, right? Like just like,
yeah, that'd be
hey,
tough. I mean, it'd be a
yeah.
great week, but then you're like, oh man, it's a little bit of a letdown. But I mean, who knows? I mean, it might be the right decision, it might not be. And I know there's a bunch of guys that are going to go, and hopefully some of my buddies get one of those 5 spots.
Let's go back to just addressing the swing change, Kevin. So like
Yeah.
I mean, I was just listening to your subpar, and like had a lot of close calls. Then you
Yeah.
got to tour, struggled.
Yeah.
Again, played solid last year, but again, another close call.
Mhm.
When did you are like, what happens to make you think like I got to make some changes? Is it the year on the PGA Tour? Is it something that happened in thing? What leads up to like, man, I got to make some changes?
Yeah, I would say it's probably been maybe the last 2 years because I think when I played my first rookie year on the PGA Tour, I believe I was maybe top 3 strokes gained driving. I mean, it was an insane year of driving the golf ball. I mean, it was long, it was straight. I think it was over 70% of the fairways, and from there I was like 150 to 200 kind of approach to the green, and so that was a little bit of like a flag. And then last year I kind of felt with where my swing was, I almost was at my ceiling. Like kind of think like, how am I going to get better? Like it's kind of some weeks it'll be on, some weeks it'll be off. Like I'll have to make the occasional 25 footer to have a better round, and that just didn't really seem like sustainable to me. And I've had the same coach forever, and we're very transparent. Like, hey, like I want to see what this guy says, and he goes, yeah, I think that'll be great. And so I mean, I had my coach down here with a new guy I brought in from Nashville, and within 10 minutes, it kind of had like the look that I was trying to get, that I felt like when I played my best golf. And kind of from there, I've seen a big change in some of the wedge distances, shot shapes, flight, stuff like that. And so that's kind of been pretty inspiring to see that change on the golf course. And it's been very nice.
Is it scary, Kevin? Like, do you make a change like this and understand like guys who have made changes and it hasn't worked out, getting
Yeah.
back to like a starting point is almost as difficult as like making swing changes? I think like amateurs like ourselves just don't understand how difficult what we think might be a minor swing change can
Yeah.
have. So is it a scary decision, or you're like, no, I'm staying like this, I'm just never going to. So like this will never be good enough, so it's not as scary?
Yeah, honestly, I think you hit it right on the head. I think in the past I've been a little hesitant to change just because I don't want to say I'm complacent with where I'm at,
Yeah.
but I mean, whatever, top two, three, 400 in the world. Like, yeah, it's a good spot and I've made a good living and like it's provided great things for me and my family. So it's been like, oh, I don't know if like the unknown, like I don't know what's on the other side, but
Mhm.
I just kind of felt like with where I'm now, what am I, 34 years old? And I just feel like if I really want to get back to the PGA Tour and compete, like this needs to happen. I need to become a better wedge player. I need to become a better iron player, and I need to get back to my superpower of driving it very, very well. I mean, I didn't
Mhm.
drive it terrible last year, but there was times when I was in contention that it did cost me. Where if I hit it in the fairway, it's a little better, but instead I hit it in a fairway bunker and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of something that I was, I've just committed to, and I think it's going to be the right decision. Time will tell.
When you're going through this, Kevin, is there, like, looking back on it, is there moments that you're like, "Oh, this is right," or is it very much like you gotta continue? I mean, even if it's like the casual round where you shot 56, I'm not talking about the score, just how the swing feels in those
Yeah,
moments. Is this like, "Oh, yes, this is right," or is this like, "Yes, I feel like I'm the right path," but like the answer of whether it's right is 6 months away or whatever that number
yeah,
is?
yeah. I think the ball doesn't lie, and for me, kind of like the litmus test is these low spin half wedges that I'll need to hit. And I always kind of go back to if I can hit a low spinning wedge into 11 at Pebble, I mean, the green sits like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
If I can get those started online and correct distance, like that's kind of my test for myself, then I believe it's correct. And I've been able to hit those shots at a higher success rate. Um, I obviously still have some bad patterns in there, or old patterns, I should say, that I'm trying to work out. But yeah, I mean, I do believe that it is correct.
You have to test it in different situations, right?
Mm.
Like how it feels in the final group on the Korn Ferry.
Yeah,
If you make it back to the PGA Tour, how it feels there is like
for sure.
I assume it's just always a like evaluation. Not that
Yeah,
you haven't done that your whole career, but I would assume especially now when you make a significant change.
yeah, absolutely. And it's just these little like stepping stones each day to where, yeah, at first you're doing it on the driving range, and then you're doing it playing a banker game at our club
Yeah.
here in Dallas, and then we played that Pebble Beach event a couple weeks ago and hit some quality ones there. So yeah, it's just kind of just the journey of all of it, just to kind of see how it holds up.
As I was saying, I was listening to your subpar and you were talking about the COVID double season, and you were like, golf wasn't fun, and
Yeah,
it had a bunch of close calls. This is before you got to the PGA Tour.
yeah,
I and I'm taking this just knowing that you've decided not to go to Q school, knowing you'll be on the Corn Ferry for the entire season next year. Is is that a look into that you are truly enjoying the game, understanding that like this is not where you want to be next season, but it's what's best for long term? Just that you're looking more long term, Kevin.
yeah. I would say so. I mean, I would love to kind of have a lens look into what a year from now, like the golf swing looks like and where my game's at. And I feel like I have a very good plan in every aspect of my game, which has been nice and kind of freeing a little bit. And yeah, I mean, I'm loving the process of kind of just going through the work. And I'd say kind of those COVID years and a little bit of even maybe on the PGA Tour, and there's a lot of comparison. And I mean, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
And like I thought whenever I got to the PGA Tour, I thought it was just going to be this euphoric 365 days. And I mean, it couldn't be more opposite. Like when someone tells you like the joy is found in the journey, like it could not be more accurate.
Yeah.
Um, And yeah, I got a great taste of that. Like I made it to the pinnacle of our sport, and yeah, I probably wasn't in the best state of mind, and there was, oh, I didn't love it. But looking back on it, I mean, it's the day to day and the travel and the memory. I mean, that's where it's all found. So
when you say there's no joy, I mean, this is talked about often. I talk about it often. Like a PGA Tour range is like the least camaraderie of any tour, right? Like
yeah,
Korn Ferry, you guys all have a common goal. Not that you're not competing against each other, but there's some like we're all trying to get to the top spot. And
yeah,
the PGA Tour is very much like it's become a relatively lonely spot. Like if
yeah.
you don't go up there with your best buddies, you're like staying at an Airbnb alone, and everybody's kind of in their own bubble. Was that part of like not enjoying it, Kevin, and how you figure out how to find that
A
the
little
next
bit.
time?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the camaraderie is definitely a lot different between those two tours. And yeah, I mean, you'll play with a guy on Sunday on the PGA Tour, and you'll travel the next day, and you'll see him on Tuesday, and you thought you guys had a fun day, and kind of walk right by you and not even see you. So yeah, it's definitely different. And I had a good group that I traveled with on tour, so that made it much more enjoyable. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I mean, you're away from your family, and I had a daughter at the time, and now we have a daughter and a son. So I mean, I was gone quite a bit, and if you're not playing great, you kind of start like, well, what am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not seeing my kids grow up, and I'm not playing great. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot to it that I think a lot of people don't see. I mean, everyone sees the PGA Tour and through Instagram's eyes and getting on jets and playing all over the world. And so I think it's a little bit different for, let's say, pretty much everyone except for the top maybe 50,
Yeah.
something like that. But I mean, it's amazing. Like at the same time, I mean, you're the 1% of 1%. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just a large spectrum of things you go through the entire year.
And I think, do you think, Kevin, getting back to that is like getting back to the PGA Tour, you'll be better prepared that it isn't this like euphoric, like,
Yeah.
oh, we all have it. Like, I'm not a pro golfer, but we all wanted to, like, we have this, like, I take it from the media side. I thought the PGA Tour was like this big temple, and it's not this big
Yeah.
temple. It's like, so that I assume is just part of the process of being a rookie, and what
Yeah.
you learn about going forward is like, man, it's just a business up there. I got to go up there, and it's not going to be like this all wonderful, great thing.
Yeah. No, I definitely think that the expectations will definitely be different. I mean, before getting my tour card, I played a handful of events on the PGA Tour, and I mean, it was Riviera, U.S. Open, Napa, Vegas. So it's like some of the biggest ones, and I'm like, holy cow! Like this is how it is every week.
Mm.
So I think that was a little bit of like the shock to me is when you go to some of the alternate field events, and I mean, it feels very similar to a Korn Ferry
Going
event,
for
and
it,
you're
yeah.
playing. Obviously, you're playing for more money and stuff like that. So yeah, I just think kind of learning the ropes the first time around, and just getting more reps and stuff like that would be extremely beneficial.
So then, like, just a full concentration on Corn Ferry and like getting prepared for the Bahamas, starting it off like as good as possible. I mean, you've had so many good seasons on the Corn Ferry Tour.
Mhm.
I assume it's
Yeah,
like from a mental standpoint, Kevin, is that like, are you excited because of the swing changes? Like, I assume, and you talked about it on subpar, you had a lot of close calls. It's hard mentally to go back to the
yeah,
Corn Ferry Tour thinking and knowing that you shouldn't be there, quote, being quotes, is like,
yeah,
you feel like you should be, everyone feels like they should be on the PGA Tour.
100%. And you should, yeah.
But does this swing change like help with some of that monotony of like, man, this is different. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, no, it definitely feels. I mean, it feels like it's definitely sparked a fire, and I just I mean, I'm just enjoying like the process of all that. I'm enjoying getting to the golf course and doing all my stuff. And I mean, it just feels, I don't know, it just feels exciting. And I mean, yeah, it's just, I mean, I think no matter what tour it would be, I believe if I had this mindset, like it's going to be a positive outlook. I mean, Korn Ferry, PJ Tour, DP, whatever. And I think that's kind of the mindset that some of the best guys have, and I think that's why Scotty's so good. Is I mean, the guy he has. It seems like he has no ulterior motives. He's just simply there to do what he needs to do and just strictly to compete. He's not doing it for money. He's not doing it for fame. He just wants to compete, and I think there's a lot to be said with that.
Kev, I appreciate it. I appreciate the time. That was super good, super cool insight into swing changes. Like, and the decision to not go to key school is like super awesome for listeners. I appreciate the honesty and the time. And if you're shooting 56 with it, it seems like we're on the right path.
Yeah. No, definitely. There's some good stuff for sure.
Awesome. Thanks for the time, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, dude.